We had been seeing the fundamentals of Vedanta, especially the terminologies. And we saw yesterday the Panchakosha, 5 sheets we saw, 5 layers of our personality. What is the hierarchy in that? Who is dominant? What is the function? We have seen in just a general introduction we had seen. Now, today we will see very important aspect for which all the background was there. First we saw Sadhan Chatushta, then we saw Shariratrayam, then we saw 3 states, and then this Panchakosha. Today we will see what is the Atma. What is the meaning of self or Atma? Generally, when we use the word Atma for a layman, he feels something is inside the body. Some Atma is there which is inside the body and it leaves the body after the death. And it comes. So our concept of Atma is very different. I don't know what concept a person may have, but that concept of self, it is called self also, in various ways. Self with capital S, Gurudev used to say, self with capital S, not a small s. In the bank when you go and you have to issue a check, I don't know, here it is like, so you put the self, the check is also, self word is used in the bank, here it is not used. Acha. So there they issue the name in their own self also. So what is the meaning of that Atma? We will see it. I'll give you just a little information. See, we saw Shariratrayam, gross body, subtle body and causal body. And these 3 bodies, gross body is made out of 5 elements. Subtle body is made out of subtle aspect of 5 elements. And causal body is made out of ignorance. All 3 bodies are jad or inert. This gross body is also inert. Subtle body, of course, is inert. Inert means that which does not know itself. Like this desk is there, it is inert. Mic is also inert, otherwise it will be on by its own self. This book is also inert. So this gross body is inert. And subtle body is also inert and causal body is also inert. So inert is that which does not know itself, neither it has consciousness, neither it produces consciousness. So neither it is Chaitanya Gunakam, neither Chaitanya Janakam. It has no quality of Chaitanya. So just note this point in your mind. Inert is that which does not know itself, neither it knows others. Neither it can produce any consciousness. Acha, So all 3 bodies are inert. Okay. So 5 koshas are inert or conscious? 5 koshas. Inert. 5 koshas are also inert. Don't ask which 5 koshas. So we already saw. Some people ask some questions which is very discouraging. So first was the Annamaya Kosh, second was the Pranamaya Kosh, third was the Manomaya Kosh, fourth is the Vijnanamaya Kosh, and fifth is the Anandamaya Kosh. Okay, this I have by hearted, no problem. So, but if you see, This body, although it is inert, but sentient. Live body is sentient and dead body is inert. Dead body is also, live body is also inert, but there is one more term I am using, sentiency. So dead body is there. Dead body, if you prick something, or sometime it is given for post-mortem, where you brought post-mortem in the morning, okay, or there is an organ transplant. So some people write that after I die, they can take away the eyes, or some organ also they can take away. I have heard, no? Liver transplant is also there. I don't know what other transplant is there. Huh? Kidney is also. Achha, brain is not. It was already not good, so why to take? So that transplant is there. So you can cut, it won't react. If you cut that dead body did not be given anesthesia. So, not that before any post-mortem is done, then anesthesia has to be given, because there is no sentiency. But live body, it has to be given anesthesia, it has sentience, you will feel it. Alive, is alive. When this body is inert, how come it has become sentient? Similarly, mind is inert, but mind is sentient. Mind is inert. Why it is inert? Because it is made out of subtle form of 5 elements. Well, how do we know? You stop eating. You stop eating for a few days, stop drinking water also. For a few days, your mind won't work after that. Your mind thought will not be there. You will feel very dull, and you will feel that I am not able to think on some point. This comes in which Upanishad? Chandogya Upanishad. This example is given in Chandogya Upanishad. So therefore mind is also made out of the subtle aspect of 5 elements. See, all the talks are connected, which I have already explained. So you have to keep all this track in mind. It's a serious matter actually. Vedanta is quite not a casual study. It's quite a serious study. As it will go ahead, it will become more important to recap the old matter also, what is there. Okay. So this, what is it called? Mind also has sentiency. It is inert and sentient. Please note one point. Heat of the fire is one thing and heat of the water is another thing. The heat of the fire is its intrinsic quality and heat of the water is a borrowed quality. So if you remove the fire, the water will become cold again. But fire cannot become cold. Fire cannot become cold. Milk is sweet is one thing, but sugar is sweet is another thing. The sweetness of the milk is borrowed sweetness from the sugar. But the sweetness of the sugar is not borrowed from someone else, because you cannot take out the sweetness of the sugar. The body's sentiency, because consciousness comes and goes. Therefore, consciousness is not the nature of the body. Similarly, mind is also consciousness is less and more in the mind. And therefore, it is not the quality of the mind to be conscious. You can have dull moments. Sometimes you may be not understanding. You say, see, I am not understanding. I am feeling very dull. I am not very much conscious about that. All the time thoughts are not bright. At times it is dull. Well, most of the time it is dull. No. At times it is dull. At times it is very bright. That means sometimes it is not the nature of the mind to be consciousness. It is conscious. And therefore we use one term. I am conscious. Why don't we say I am consciousness? And why do we say that I am conscious? Which is right? I am conscious or I am consciousness? Huh? पता नहीं क्या. So, because I am identifying with the mind, therefore we say I am conscious. But actually speaking, I am not conscious, I am consciousness. Similarly, there is another expression, I am living. And another way is I am life. Living is a verb. I am living is a verb, like I am walking. Got understanding? In a verb, there is an action involved. Eating, talking, listening. Ing is there. Seeing, thinking. Acha. Running. Morning I am running. On the treadmill I am running. I am fasting. Living is something because there is a variation in our I. Please get my mind. Because there is a variation in our I, therefore we use the word living, which is not totally right. So gross body, subtle, I come back to living and life again. Gross body, subtle body, causal body, all are inert, but they borrow the consciousness and act for some time. If somebody is very poor, and he comes in some party with nice suit and nice car, so you will ask this question, whose is it? Where from you borrowed it? Something which is of the nature of inertness, but it is still showing sentiency, that means it has borrowed the sentiency from somewhere else. And where from it has borrowed the sentiency, there should be someone to lend the sentiency to the inert bodies. Therefore, that someone is called consciousness, not conscious. That someone is called consciousness. When you say he is back into, he has become conscious again. You don't say he has become consciousness again. Consciousness he already was. Only thing his body was not conscious. Therefore, you are saying he has become conscious again. When operation is performed, so a person is not conscious at that time. After 2 hours, so people ask him, is again conscious? He is conscious or not? Conscious? Is conscious? Or no, he is still not conscious. So again, now he is moving. He is asking water. And doctor has said not to give water. So, but he is conscious slightly. That means that consciousness, mind has again received. What? Conscious. Mind is back. So what does anesthesia do? What does anesthesia do? Anesthesia, there is a nerves in the brain. See, I don't know, you can correct me. There is a nerves in that brain, that nerves is stunned after some time, so that nerves which were bringing the thought is no more, so there is no one to feel anything. So therefore consciousness has gone away for that time. And after that nerve is again, that effect of anesthesia is gone, depending on the procedure. Every anesthesia is different category anesthesia, I think. Some is for 1 hour, some is for 2 hours. Open heart surgery, I think it will be long time. 6 hours. Heavy anesthesia is required. Heavy anesthesia. Not earlier days they say when anesthesia was not there, chloroform was there. Chloroform I think. Chloroform. I don't know what degree chloroform. Much old days, 300-400 years back, they used to give wine. Brandy? Acha. I don't know how can it be, it can act as anesthesia. It can make you numb totally. So if somebody leg has to be amputated and all this, so they used to give at that time. पता नहीं बड़ा खतरनाक है भाई. So all these things of science is there. There is a separate doctor for anesthesia now. His specialist for is there. So this is there. So I hope coming and why you are telling all this? I have to tell about coming and going of the sentiency. If something is coming and going, that means that thing which is coming and going is not the nature of the thing. If somebody, after makeup appears beautiful, that means he was not beautiful. Simple, don't feel bad. So, and if that person was beautiful, he does not need any makeup. It is not agama apaina. He is by nature, whether he is sleeping, whether he is eating, whether that person is, walking, anytime he'll go. But if a person has to put on something, and then that means it was not his nature of beauty. I hope this is clear. Gross body and subtle body does not have nature of consciousness. Very important aspect is there. Oh, yes, mind also. And therefore, another important corollary is there somebody else is there. Somebody else is there behind these three who is lending the conscious. Sentiency is being lent by that who is not of the nature of three bodies. Only again say slowly. I am slow learner. Achha, I learned slowly, I am slow learner. One who is lending the conscious nature, sentiency to the three bodies, he should not be of three bodies. He should be different than three bodies. Very good. Good conclusion is there. Good conclusion means what? That means it is not this one who is lending is not of five element. Subtle five element is not there. Gross five element is not there. Ignorance is not there. And the one who is lending, that particular one should not have coming and going of the consciousness in it. It should not be getting consciousness from somewhere. It should be of the nature of consciousness alone. I hope you got it. Well, yes, this I am understanding. Don't think I am not. I am intelligent. I am understanding. I am understanding. Very good. This consciousness, which is non-variable, which is other than the three bodies, very, very important point, is called Atma. Is called Atma. Not that Atma which is roaming around. I am not talking about, don't get confused, बोले हमारे घर में आत्मा आ गई है. Not that Atma. In my house, Atma has come. Don't, the worldly and the newspaper language, don't mix it in Vedanta. You can't mix that language. Atma means bhoot, pret hai, ya Atma chali gayi. All these things are not allowed here for the time being. Please keep it at bay. Don't mix those language. बोले उनकी आत्मा इनके अंदर आ गई. So this I hear all these things. क्या करें भाई? बोले, two brothers were there. Their father passed away, and father had given the will in name of one person. That both brothers started fighting. One brother, I think elder or younger, gave one tight slap to other brother. And when he started speaking, it appeared that father had come into him. So it happened because his voice changed. and started walking like he used to walk. So बोले उनकी पिताजी की आत्मा इनके अंदर आ गई है. चलो हमने कहा आई किसी की भी मार पड़ी अच्छा लगा. So at least he got one slap. So not that Atma is being talked of. Not that Atma. Okay, so number one point is that consciousness is different than the three bodies. When I say consciousness, it means Atma. Let me make it more closer. This Atma means I. I? Huh? Really? Huh? Then you can't say, what? I am tall now. Hello? Then you can't say I am short. I am fair. Because you are identifying with the GB. And you can't say I am sad also now. अरे ये तो बोलने दीजिए हम sad हैं आज really I am sad. No, just now you said that consciousness is different than the three bodies, then how can you take the dharma of subtle body on I then? Then you cannot say I am happy also. अरे तो हम बोलें क्या फिर? हमारा तो बोलना ही बंद कर रहे हैं आप. No, what shall I speak now? I can't say I am happy, I can't say I am sad. Can I say I am excited? No way, because excitement is also the dharma of subtle body. And this is different than all three bodies. Oh. Number one conclusion, Atma is of the nature of consciousness. Number two, Coral, nature. From this I'll take few conclusions one by one. Okay? Okay. So, second point. This Atma is Drishta and all are Drishya. All are seen. And this is Seer. Gurudev used to say like that. One is seen, other is Seer. Means what? Means what? These three are observed, and this Atma is observer. I am observer, this book is observed. Three bodies are observed, and this consciousness is observer. Oh. Second corollary, second point, second nature of Atma. Okay, I understood. Anything which is seen is different than the one which is seen. If I am seeing the mic, I am not mic. I am seeing the watch, I am not watch. This is second corollary. And therefore, third point, the nature or the dharma of the three bodies is not in me. All are little heavy points, but you have to get conversant with it. And slowly, if you listen, you will get more convinced of what is being said. It takes time to convince. You just listen right now. Right now, you relax and listen. But why I feel that I am affected? We will see later on. Something which are not proved, but it is experienced, it is not right. This is the third point. Again I said, first point was Atma is of the nature of consciousness. Second is it is seer. Third is it is not affected by the three bodies. अच्छा ऐसा है क्या?